once you realize these first three fetters, then you're a stream enterer, or you've realized the path, basic, fundamental path. Well, there are four stages: the stream entry, the once returner, the no returner, and the Arahant, the completely enlightened one. So these are four stages as listed in the scriptures. So stream entry, or sotapanna, is the first stage. And how we view these stages, to attain stream entry, was one of my main desires. It seemed like something he wanted to attain. And then there are 10 fetters, and the first 3 fetters apply to stream entry. And so these 3 fetters I gave a lot of attention to because they're all made up by the human ego. The first fetter is the ego, called sakkaditthi. It's about, I am this body, I am this person, I am these eyes, these are my ears, nose, mouth, and on like that. The sense of a separate self, what we generally refer to in English as the ego, the personality. And then the second fetter is cultural conditioning, religious conditioning. So it's, we're conditioned, like I've mentioned many times in my videos, that this cultural conditioning you get when you're an innocent child. You have nothing to measure it with. You just get told that you're American or British or Thai, and that you're a boy or girl, and that in America we were told we are the greatest country in the world, and that we're Christians, and you get a whole, the whole cultural, religious conditions thrown at you when you're still a kind of innocent child. And those are human-made conditions. They're not natural, they're artificial. And then the third fetter is doubt, or vicikiccha is translated as doubt, which is due to the attachment to thinking. Like when we're attached to our intellect, our views and opinions, our thoughts, then it creates doubt, because we want to know, and then if you can always create doubt in somebody about intellectual ideas, doubt about God, doubt about Buddhism, doubt about anything, about Republicans or Democrats, doubt. And you create a lot of thoughts. Like, this is politics, isn't it? You create doubt and fear. And so, and I was a doubter. And that's through language, through attachment to views and opinions, to fears and desires. So these are artificial fetters. They're not natural. And so I encourage people to really contemplate the ego. What do you mean by that? Are you really what you think, what you believe? Are you really that? Are you really a body, a physical body that's just going to get old and die? Do you really believe that's all you are? Or are you, you believe you're a spiritual person? Or you believe you're a sinner? Or you believe you're a lesbian? Or you believe you're something or other? It's all about belief. And so this 3 fetters are, you're investigating it. You're not trying to get rid of them, but recognizing how conditioned how artificial conditions really are and how they affect you. And once you realize that, then you have insight into the path, the silence that isn't conditioned. But then you're still living in a desire form. You still have sexual desire, you still get angry, and these are natural conditions, not kind of human conditions that we all have to procreate the species. We didn't create this. It's just natural procreating species and survival, like anger and fear are ways of surviving. There's a lot to fear in the jungle. And so these are, be seen as terms as conditions that are imposed on us when we're still pure conscious awareness. And like an innocent child, you just absorb what's given. After that, then there's sexual desire and anger, which are natural to the species, to the human form. To just being human is we naturally have sexual desire and anger, and then you contemplate these and see the suffering you create through attachment, identifying with sexual desire and fear and anger, and you let go. Then there's that's a once returner, then a non-returner, and finally after that the whole sense of a separate self is demolished in Arahantship, where you realize your true nature is pure consciousness, which is the deathless Dhamma, ultimate reality. Yeah. So these 10 fetters, the first 3 I really, like here at Amaravati, I emphasize reflection on those a lot, just not to criticize your conditioning, because some conditioning is very good, some of it's bad. We all have had good conditions, happiness and good fortune, but we've also experienced abuse and suffering and bullying and appearances, feelings of inferiority, of worthlessness, and these are all created through thinking, through cultural conditioning, through the ego, where after that has been seen through, then the rest is just learning to live with your life in a desire form, but not identifying with it anymore. And then they call it conventional identification, conventional truth. So I still operate from conventional truth. When they say Ajahn Sumedho, I respond. I can't say, they say Ajahn Sumedho, I'm not Ajahn Sumedho. I'm nothing. I'm the silence. I can't, that doesn't make sense in a conventional form. So I answer and keep within the structure of Theravada and Thai forest tradition as best I can. That's convention, but ultimate reality has no form. Dhamma is formless. It's perfect. It's liberation.